Students, week 6 of the semester is upon us, and it's time to work in your group. Now, the big goal for this week is your pre-planning document. What is that pre-planning document? You notice I have links for it all over the place, but basically it's a chance for your group to come together and decide what you're going to do. What's your project? And you have a topic area like campus rec or health services, but how are you going to turn that into a presentation? What is it that you're trying to do? And then how's your group going to do it? That's really what the pre-planning is all about. It's about trying to figure out the responsibilities of each group member and getting together, assigning tasks to those group members, deciding what the ground rules are for your group, and then really setting up that responsibility so everybody knows what's going to be required of them. And then have group meetings. Now, it's a good thing to meet face to face, just to be able to talk to things and figure out what your communication model is going to be. How are you going to do things? So those are really important with this pre-planning document, is really about setting the stage to be successful in a group. Also, it's going to be, what's your project going to be? Are you going to do a PowerPoint? Are you going to build a website? What is it? Prezi's, P-R-E-Z-I, is a really easy way of making presentations. But what are you going to use for your medium for your presentation? How is it going to be? How are you going to do it? What will the presentation look like when you're done? And then what are you going to need to make that presentation successful? So that's really what this work week is all about. I didn't open up a whole lot more assignments for you. I just have a lot of information about what we're going to be doing in our groups. And I tried to create some resources that are going to be in our Desire to Learn course just so you can use them. Like, I created discussion forum areas for each topic. So if I look at like group 1 topic, the Department of Sports Facilities and Campus Rec, just using that as the example, the first one here, you notice it opens up a discussion space for that group 1 to be able to work. And in our discussions of our D2L course, you notice that's what's at the top of the discussions now, is each group has their own workspace if you want to see it. So that's just kind of how this is looking. So we have the pre-planning document I want you to complete and put into the Dropbox. That's going to be our first big step, is this pre-planning documents, to drop it in here. I see a lot more in the course just because I'm in on everything and you only see your group. So let's get that pre-planning document turned in this week for our group project. So that's going to be the big thing for this week. And if I go to the content of our course, you notice that's really the focus, the group work week, the ground rules, getting your presentation together, links to the different resources. So that's really what our group work week is all about, is getting those group projects done. Now, this week on campus, there's all sorts of fun events. So if you haven't done campus event 1 through 5, it's time to get those done. And check out all this stuff that's happening on campus. Atwood After Dark's happening again. Those are always a good time. Wait for this to load. So you can see what's going on. Those are always fun at night. But there's lots of different choices of things that are happening this weekend. Swim meets, soccer games, football games, late skate, atmospheric research is going on. A really neat speaker is coming to talk about that. Movie night. What I think would be useful, though, is this is the week where there's a lot of positive things happening in the area. And one of them is the Husky Neighborhood Cleanup. So I don't know what you're doing October 5th, but it's a 2-hour commitment and you clean up. And then that could be what you write your current event on. So it's a really kind of a fun thing. There's also a Take Back the Night going on this week. So October 4th, 6 to 10 p.m. If you go check these out, it's sponsored by the Women's Center. They do a lot of really good stuff. It's police escorted. So I think it's really important to be involved in the community. And these would be easy things to go to and then do your campus event upon. So good things to look at. Now, other stuff I put in the course this week is just campus resources if you're looking for it. Counseling and psychological services, there's a link. International studies, if you're really curious about study abroad. You notice international studies has these options. They call it education abroad. If you're interested in doing your schooling in another country, which I highly recommend. Very cool. I put a link to the Writing Center, which is the place where you go if you want to make sure to get some help with your writing and your papers. They're awesome. I actually did put a link directly to the Study Abroad office if you're interested in studying abroad. And then a bunch of other resources that are out there. Oh, a spelling error, but that's life. I think one of them that's really important is the technology help desk. As you realizing that college really is based on computers these days, and then being successful on a computer, learning how to navigate a computer. If your computer goes down, if you need help, go to the technology help desk. They're right there. They're even on Facebook if you need them. So you can check that out. You can put in a request for help. Basically, you just bring your computer to them and say help, and they take care of the rest. I used to bring my mobile phone in all the time if I had problems with it, and they can take care of it. They're really, really good. So definitely, definitely check that out. And I just wanted to make sure that you had links of things. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that's a lot of stuff is happening this week. It's really about group work, but I wanted to make sure you know there's other events happening on campus that are really fun, and even things off campus. The United Way has their week of action going on this week, where it's happening all over the area, and it gives you a chance to be participant. So check it out. If you're looking for activities, you need to do the current events. There's all these fun things happening at night. So why not take advantage of it? Why not go to these things and you can write a paper about it and you're all set. So I tried to put in a lot of those kinds of things, in our course this week, so you know what's happening and what we're working on and what things are going on. And for assignments, really the only big assignment that I opened up was quiz number 3. So the Gila 3, our third quiz, is up and running. You have a start quiz button. I don't see that in this view, but you can sure check that out. So make sure to read chapters 4 and 5 of our book and then do the quiz. So that's really what the quiz is all about for us, is to get that quiz taken care of. So that's the only really new thing that's going on this week in our course, other than doing group work, meet with your group, work on your project. If there's somebody in your group and you can't figure out who they are, you notice there is a document here. Oh, there we go. That explains who's in which group. This is just the group project document. But if you can't figure out who somebody is in one of these groups, group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4, send them an email. The easiest way to email somebody if you don't know who they are is in our Desire to Learn course. If you click on class list, you see a list of everybody in our course. And if you want to email them for whatever reason, let's say it's me, you just click on their name. And it opens up an email directly to them where you just can put in your subject, put in the message, and it puts in the email address. So if you can't get a hold of somebody in your group project and you're needing help with it, send them an email. Let them know what's going on. So I just wanted to show you it's there. If you ever wanted to email lots of people, you just put a checkbox on a bunch of people, whoever they may be. I'm just taking you guys because you're in order here. Jonathan, too. And then do you notice up on top of our class list, there is this email button. And when I click on that email button, it throws all the people in that you checked, but in the BCC line, the blind carbon copy. So you'll get all the people that you checked, down on my list, the people I checked go right in there. So you can send emails to multiple people in our D2L course. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. I want to make sure that you understand that in the discussions area up on top, each group has their own discussion space to be able to work. And if you haven't gotten through discussion post number 5, which I don't think anybody's done it yet, but discussion post number 5 is the one to finish up this week. And it just has to do with how's the group going? What's happening in the group? What struggles or concerns do you have? So that's kind of what discussion post number 5 is about. I opened it up last week and I wanted to make sure you knew about it. In our Dropbox, campus event number 5 and journal number 5 are open along with our group space. So make sure to put those in there. You don't have to worry about journals number 6 or 7 yet, so we're good to go. And then under quizzes, make sure to do Gila number 3. Now, quizzes, something to mention is, do you notice that in the quizzes it tells you, oh, you have 3 shots at it. So you can take any of these quizzes up to 3 times, and I'll give you the highest score on those quizzes. So just wanted to make sure you knew what was going on. Quizzes, class list, Dropbox sets are due this week, discussions. The content area has lots and lots of information in it. And our course homepage just tells you what's going on. So you can kind of check out, read what's happening on the course homepage. I did put on the course homepage a bunch of plausible presentation options that you could choose from. You don't have to use these, but I just wanted to give you links to some options for doing a presentation. And know that the quiz for Gila 3 is open on chapters 4 and 5. So let's make sure to get that all done. If you have any concerns or questions or comments, please let me know. And I hope you have a great day.